All right, so good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. This is my intro here. Everyone knows, well, most people know that I work on a lot of old cars. Some of them are clapped out. This is a brief kind of a panoramic tour, yard tour, you might say, all the old clunkers that I service. And there's one that's pretty special to me. Come here. Are you an old clunker? Come here. She knows I have the camera out and she just refuses any orders. That's hilarious. That's my dog Stella, shop dog Stella, my mascot. She's happily looking for squirrels, birds, geese, ducks, anything that moves and is worth a chase. She's that type of dog. Where were we? Oh yeah, talking about all the old clunkers. I mean, you look around, you see all this old stuff. So what do they say? Messes attract messes. Birds of a feather flock together. Old cars seem to attract old cars like magnets. So whenever an old car comes in the shop that's clean and unmolested and fairly unique, I like to do a little video on it. And this truck is no exception to that. This is an 88 Nissan truck, probably one of the first what they called hard body trucks. I don't know when they switched over, 86 maybe, but still, to see one of these in this good a shape, running and driving, and actually being used as a truck. This guy hauls rocks for a living. He's a yard artist, yard specialist, something like that. And so he's constantly hauling yard debris, dirt, soil, topsoil, rocks, boulders, basalt, and he wants me to strengthen the rear axle, add some springs and things, which I don't know if this truck is designed for that. You could go out and buy an F-150 or a 250 or a big heavy-duty truck, as they call it here in America. But in the rest of the world, this is a heavy-duty truck. And I want to show you, this is pretty cool. I mean, you just don't see these anymore. Nissan had some really good styling cues when these things first came out. First of all, this truck is the most deluxe truck that came out in 1988. It is the SE V6. So it's got the two-tone paint. It has the V6 engine. It's an automatic. It has the plush interior. It's extra cab. And not only is it extra cab, but the windows go up into the roof. When those came out, people were like, whoa, that's cool. It's like half sunroof, half porthole, half cab window. So this truck does have a sunroof, but these, I remember thinking, that's really cool. They actually put the window up into the roof. So let's go over some of the unique little details of this truck that were so revolutionary, or what I thought revolutionary back in the day. You can see the two-tone paint, not the two-stroke engine. It does have 6-bolt wheels. The customers added these wheels. I think he had some issues with the original alloys, but it did come with alloy wheels originally. But look how straight this thing is. These things are usually mangled. All the ones I've worked on in the last few years, the fronts are banged up and boogered up and bent. It's got real glass headlights, not plastic, glass headlights. Not a chrome bumper, but still it's a plastic bumper. That's interesting. It doesn't have chrome bumpers. Huh. I thought maybe it would. This has one of the first fuel injection systems for Nissan. It's called electro injection. I believe it's a throttle body fuel injection. I'm almost positive. They were very hard to find parts for. It was like a 1 or 2 year deal only. They went to multi-port fuel injection in '89. It is a V6 engine, 3.0 liter gasoline, and the spark plugs you can see are in the valley, not on the outside, in the valley. Timing belt, of course. No air conditioning on this rig. You can see the air conditioning box is plugged. No pump. Didn't come with air conditioning. Does have a lot of emission controls. I think it has an air pump. It has that thing, it's still here, which is crazy. The vacuum canister is still there. All the vacuum hoses are still here. The truck runs fine. That's actually incredible. Most people rip all that stuff off and then can't figure out why it runs bad. We have power brakes. We do have power steering, and that's about it for this thing. That's about as deluxe as it gets, and that's the way they came. So let's check out a couple other things. If you look closely, let's show you a couple things here. Let's look at the inside of this thing. look at the interior. This was a deluxe interior. It does have manual windows, but it's got this cool, futuristic, pleated or fashionable, kind of like carbon fiber is today, but back in the day they had this new type of material on the seats and on the door panels that made them look very revolutionary. It's an automatic transmission. The transmission has power shift. So it's got the button there that gives you economy or just regular automatic. He's missing some type of a trim around the radio here. Still has a cassette player. And if you look, it's faux stainless steel around the bezel of the gauges, the horn button, and around the radio. That was revolutionary back in the day. One thing that I don't know if you can pick this up, but there's a grid in the windshield. Did you see that line right there? There's a heating element for the wipers in case your windshield gets iced over and goes up the windshield. Actually, that's not the radio antenna. That is a heating grid for defrosting, quick defrost, which is revolutionary. Let's take a look at the dash, shall we? Quite the dash panel. Look how busy that is. All the gauges, all in orange. I remember seeing that and thinking, wow, this is the future. Right here, it has a trip odometer, actually 2 trip odometers that are all manual, plus the regular odometer. Look at that. That's a lot of gear spinning in there. I think there's some warning lights in here. Let's turn the key on and see what lights up. Nothing lights up down there. We've got our oil light, we've got our battery light, we've got our seatbelt light, and then we've got a brake light over there just to give you extra warning. And digital clock, that's pretty cool. So advanced for 1988. Nowadays you don't think much of that, but horn works. Again, no AC. The AC would be there. Just a simple, great old truck. Let's take a look at the extra cab. This was revolutionary to have this space. I think it's even got jump seats in the back here. Let's pull one of those. Oh, there's his dash. That's his dash trim. I think it's got jump seats. Yeah, it does. Vinyl jump seats. Look at that. For the kids with seat belts and everything. That was deluxe back in the day. The quarter windows pop out there for the extra cab. It has a sliding rear window with an extra light. Again, this truck is equipped with a sunroof, which is super deluxe. It's funny, this is SE, but it does not have air conditioning. Bolsters, sporty bolsters for the seats. This was a deluxe truck. So it's not a 5-speed and it's not AC, but everything else is pretty deluxe. 2-tone paint, I think I already said that. 6-bolt wheels, 2-wheel drive. They made these in 4-wheel drive as well, but pretty tough old truck for the day. That's pretty cool. I mean, you just don't see that anymore. Tell me if I'm wrong, but am I just drooling over nothing? Is this really something to be looking at? Because you just don't see this anymore. Really cool. It's a flashback.